Welcome to Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with the guru, Louisiana T. And we're going to jump right in to this NBA Finals, man. This has been a hell of a finals, man. The Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. Indiana has basically stunned the world. I mean, I don't know, T, how you're feeling about this, but let me go ahead and add a little bit of sauce to this. Every time Indiana has lost a game in the last 3 months, it simply has come back to win the next one. Even in the NBA Finals against a huge favorite who the Pacers now have in some trouble. Bennedict Mathurin scored 27 off the bench. Tyrese Haliburton finished with 22 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds, and the Pacers retook the lead in the NBA Finals by beating the OKC Thunder 116-107. T, what did you take of the game?
Man, it was a hell of a game, right? I mean, that was the best game of the series to me because the first game wasn't really close until the fourth, but this one was just back and forth action pretty much the entirety of the game until really OKC just fell apart in the fourth quarter. I felt like, man, I mean,
at least
you know what I'm saying? 18 points, turnovers for days all came in the fourth quarter, and then you had the bench stepping up on Indiana big time in this game and really kind of taking over that side of it. The bench really won the game for me, for the Pacers in this game, man. I know you were going to hit on Toppin.
No. You go ahead, man. I think you had some really good points on Toppin as well. You know what I mean? Go right ahead. Dive right in.
For sure. I mean, listen, man, Toppin was plus 18. All right, the guy's plus 18 on the floor in 28 minutes. He's giving you 8 points, 2 blocks. So defensively, he's fantastic. 5 rebounds on the defensive side, 6 overall, plus the assist on offense.
Come on.
He played fantastic.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
His physicality was overwhelming.
Overwhelming to say the least, man. Overwhelming to say. I don't think they have an answer for his athleticism, his size, his mobility. They don't have an answer for that. If that guy were to show up every single day and play ball like he could, I think he has a little brother who plays basketball in college. I'm not sure. They both got Toppin. I'm pretty sure Toppin's not some you know what I mean, some big kids named Toppin who can jump out the gym. I'm pretty sure that's not something that's just, average running around here everywhere. But anyway, this guy right here, man, if he played ball like this all the time, he reminds me of Omari Stoudemire. That's who he reminds me of. If he had the jumper like Omari doesn't got that. I haven't seen that. But that athleticism reminds me of that Sean Marion type of athleticism. And if he were to show up like this all the time, who could stop some kid that big? You know what I mean? And that's seemingly aggressive at that point in time. Not only on top of him, they had McConnell. McConnell played lights out. I know you got a little bit of some stats on him. What do you got on McConnell?
McConnell was plus 12. Man, again, another guy in double digits on the bench getting you plus. All right, on the points while he's on the floor. 10 points. Guy had 1 rebound, 5 assists, 5 steals.
5 steals. This is the NBA. This is not college. This is not, some rec league. He got 5 steals in the NBA Finals. That's 12 points,
15 minutes.
Steals. He only had two turnovers. I saw. I mean, I know he had one that looked kind of bad, but he brought it and got it right back when he got that. He got a couple steals off inbound passes that I've noticed. Yeah. I saw one where he got with Caruso, where he just, he just kind of and he got another one. He just came back and swiped the ball out. I mean, he was all over the place. His dad was kind of going crazy. I know you saw his dad out there. You know what I mean? His dad, was extremely excited for him, he should have been. Like he should be. I mean, this is a huge moment right here. This is the type of moment right here where you got to look at the guy from Cleveland. Who is it? Deladova? Not to compare him, because but the fact of the matter is, what happens next year? Deladova got $8 million contract to go to the Milwaukee Bucks. This is the kind of thing that can get you a big deal right here to go somewhere else and play and get some money. So
all eyes are on you, right?
Absolutely.
All eyes are on you. You're the last 2 teams playing for the season. Every coach, every GM, everybody's watching this to try and get somebody, maybe a bench player that could fill a role for them next season, whatever the case is. They have many bench players on the Pacers that can be for another team next year. Let's be honest.
My brother keeps saying this is what I'm like, he keeps saying they're probably one of the most perfectly built teams. I didn't think so. Hey, listen. I'm not one to say I was on the Pacer bandwagon. I called them late last series after they probably were up 3 games or something like that. Don't get it wrong. I wouldn't call them from the beginning. I thought the Knicks had them. This series, I thought they were going to get blown out, and they've proven me wrong every single time. I don't know how I can bet against them. The kid, man, Haliburton. This guy almost has a triple-double, man. What do you have? 22 points. I think what do you have? 10 What do you have?
11 assists, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Now, the thing that he does need to work on, I will say this, whenever he does have a game like this, he does have problems because he gets a little faster in the flow of the game than he's used to. So taking care of the ball becomes a little bit of a problem for him at that point. He only had 4 last night compared to normally he'd have typically more than that if he has a game like this. So he played really well. Right, yeah, he played really well.
I not have to agree. I feel like, they call him, like, Mike said, they call him the moment. And honestly, he shows up at the most crucial moments in the game. They were like, hey, he needs to get involved in the game a little quicker. They were talking about him a little bit, and ends up with almost a triple double. You don't see it. Crazy. I couldn't even tell that he almost had it. Was he one rebound away from a triple double?
One rebound.
I mean, come on, man. That's not, you can't sneeze at that. That's not a small feat. And let's talk about the guy who you said he had a legacy game. What'd you call it?
It's a legacy game. My guy had a legacy game, Mathurin.
What's his name?
Bennedict Mathurin, man.
I mean, this guy,
Bennedict Mathurin.
And that's one of those old school names. I'm not sure where he's from, but he has one of those old school names. So obviously he's going to bring back that old school type of ball. What did he do?
Watching him play last night, he gained a fan in me. I could tell you that right now. Just because the energy level he brought, the pace of the game that he had, 22 minutes, 27 points, plus 16, 4 rebounds, 1 block. He only had 1 turnover out of all of those stats too. That was one of the most impressive to me, as far as only 1 turnover with all of those touches on the ball he had. Only 1. So
he's
that's
9
crazy.
for 12 from the field, 9 for 12. I think it's 2 for 3 from 3-point land. I mean, he was efficient.
7 from 8 from the free throw line.
And the most important thing you were saying about him, you were saying the minutes that he did this in 22 minutes. In 22 minutes, he came out there. He was like, I'm going to go ahead and put up 27 for you. I got you. Yep. Off the bench, he puts up 27 for you.
It's a legacy game.
You add his 27 with McConnell's 12. You almost got 40 points off the bench between 2 players. I mean, top and start. I can't quite remember. I don't know if he started.
He came off the bench.
I mean, he gave you another 8 points right there.
They had 3 people on the bench. I feel like that really kind of took over at certain points of this game. Yeah, and really, I think they're the ones that kind of got them across the finish line. Don't get me wrong. I think Haliburton and Siakam played fantastic, right? Yeah. They played beautiful. But whenever you have those other guys come in, that's it. If this team plays to that level every single game, I do agree with what your brother said as far as them being built almost to perfection, right? Because they feed off of each other so well, as far as you could see the other night, right? Whenever they played game 3, I was like, man, this is beautiful basketball.
And you almost couldn't see. I mean, I'm not seeing the Knicks dealing with OKC this way. I'm just not seeing it. I don't think that's possible. I don't think they have the type of team to deal with this team this way.
Not the way they were playing in that series. Absolutely
not. I mean, and then you look at, but this Pacer team, for some reason, they show up, man, at moments when you're like, nah, this is over. What they had their one lucky game. They're up 2-1 right now. This is looking kind of bleak right now for OKC.
On a team that most people said would win this in like a gentleman's sweep. Mostly people picked in 5 or 6. Let's be honest.
I don't know if it's a real thing or not, but someone said that Jay-Z put up $1 million or something for them to win in 5. I don't know if that's true or not. You got to do some fact checking on that though. But if he did, that's $1 million out the door for him. That's gone. You know what I mean? Because hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have gave it 5 games. Once they won the first one, they're going to go ahead. No, it's not looking that way.
Absolutely.
It's not looking that way. What it's looking. You look at Shea, he only had 24 points this game. If he hits his average, I think he's averaging. It's a little closer ball game right there. You might be able to, you got Jalen Williams. He showed up. He put up 26. That's what I've been calling for Jalen to do. You got to go put up 24 or better.
Even Chet showed up. Chet showed up last night.
We got him 20?
20 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, the dude played good. That's great.
I mean, you got to hurt Chet. He's playing ball. He can't. But the fact of the matter is, I think he had like 15 points in the first quarter, though.
I know.
I think he might have had 12. He took over quick around there. I mean, so you didn't give me anything else the rest of the game, Chet. You had nothing else for me, or was it the fact that Shea's not passing the ball? I mean, I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shea's the guy. He's gonna go do what he has to go do. However, pass that rock sometimes, man. You got some open players. Get the ball to him. Facilitate a little bit more. It's going to open up the floor for yourself. Because obviously 24 points, man. That you can't right now. You can't afford that. You can't. You're the MVP. You're the guy on this team. You can't afford to put up 24 points in the most crucial moment because you might not make it back here again. You don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. It's a perfect season for you.
benches to benches too was terrible. I mean, the difference in benches for these two teams in Game 3 was awful.
What we like you brought up earlier, man, 7 guys really got minutes for the OKC Thunder. 9 guys truly got real minutes. I mean, it would have been 10 if you want to add on
they got everybody
Bryant, but this only had 3 minutes. They had 9 guys with like 18 minutes or something like that or more on their team playing. That's like they're
impactful really too, not just garbage, impactful minutes.
And like you got 3 guys heavy off the bench who really came in there and gave you that. I mean, Obi Toppin's putback dunk in the last part of the game. That's what really stole the game for him. The last like 3-4 minutes of the game, that's what stole the game for him right there. They went on that run. They, 1-2, I think it was 101 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then they went on a run and it was a wrap. You know what I mean? That was it. They couldn't catch up from there. Once they got that little bit of a lead,
they looked almost demoralized at certain plays that were happening from OKC. Like, I don't know if you saw it on their facial expressions whenever they had that putback or whenever they'd hit a big shot on the outside. It was almost like they just gone.
One pass ahead that I saw, I can't remember who passed him, but I know Siakam down low. He got the ball on it was kind of a fast break. He had Shai Gilgeous on his hip. Shai didn't even play defense on him. It's kind of just, you would take Shai as a defender. I always looked at him as a defender because he gets a good amount of steals. You know what I mean? But he didn't try. But Siakam's so big at the same time too. Who do you put him? They have a matchup problem. They can't put Hartenstein in the game because you have him and you got Chet. But then you look at it, you got Siakam and you got Turner. Who are you got? Chet cannot guard really either of those two. He has a better chance of guarding Miles because Miles will stay out at the 3 every now and then. He'll sit out there every now and then because he'll shoot. He shoots a decent 3. I mean, he's not really so much of a banger as he used to be down low. He doesn't give you that. I think he only had like 2 points or something like that, or 6 points, something ridiculous. But so they have a real matchup problem. But I'm thinking you might have to go with Hartenstein and then put Chet in the game and let him ride it out that way for a while. You might have to play that and then find another big to kind of sub with those guys later on. I mean, I think you're gonna have to try it because right now what you're doing by putting what's that case on? What's the name?
Oh, Cason Wallace, man. I could talk about this for days. Oh,
it's not working. You know what I mean? It's not working right now.
No. So he's got to have the worst minus I've ever seen in the playoffs right now. I don't even have the math in front of me, but he's minus double digits every game. It's almost pathetic, to be honest with you. The fact that he's getting that much playing time at this point and he's got minus every single game should be telling everybody something, right? And I'm wondering at this point if OKC's at the point to where it's kind of doomsday mode to where you have to play with the roster a little bit, right? To where you have to see, hey, maybe it's time to put Hartenstein in there for Wallace. Maybe it's time to put Caruso in there to start in position for Wallace.
This is what you were already doing. He was already starting. This is not like something so revolutionary and different. It's like you did this because you thought it would work. It worked one game. At home. Go back to what's been working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They need to get physical again. Like you have to get physical against this team because I'm telling you, what the games that the Pacers are losing are the games where people are putting bodies on them. They're making them work. They're making them go through rough traffic. They're getting hands in their face. They're playing good defense. If you don't play good defense against the Pacers, they're going to run you out the gym.
So you're bringing in Obi Toppin and you're bringing in Hartenstein basically at the same time.
Yeah.
That's not a good matchup.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying Obi's just a killer out there, but he's just more athletic and too quick for that kid. He doesn't move his feet good enough. He's a tree stump pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that. I mean, you're gonna have to put someone else on him. You got to maybe put Caruso. I don't know. Figure it out.
That's where I'm headed. I'm wondering what's going on with the whole Caruso plan because he was minus 15 in this last game. Okay. That's bad number for Caruso. You normally don't see that because he's their energy guy. Yeah. He's the guy that comes in and really gives you those good, solid minutes, good rebounds. He's a hustle player. He's almost like a heart for the Knicks, right?
Absolutely.
He's that energy player, right?
Absolutely.
If
better
he's
defender,
not giving you that,
really good defender.
You're not going to win with those numbers from Caruso. You're just not.
I'm not sure. I mean, how many points did Caruso put up?
8.
I mean, hey, he's off the bench. That's not horrible, but I mean,
in 32 minutes.
Oh man, come on, that's like starter minutes right there.
That's what I'm saying.
No one's expecting much from you, Caruso, but maybe 14. Give us 14. You know what I mean? Give us some teen. We get 30-something minutes. You got to give us a teen behind there. You got to hit a couple threes. Something. I don't know.
Only 5 rebounds. He did have 4 assists. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he played decent, but he didn't play up to his standard for me
at all. You know, he threw the ball right to McConnell, right there to him. Here you go, right over the hoop.
I'm telling you what, the turnovers that OKC had were ugly. It wasn't like they were even bad, okay, mistakes or whatever. They were just ugly turnovers.
Almost like give up plays. Almost like you said, almost like give up plays. The only person, Chet came out with the energy, and then Jalen Williams played well throughout the game. I mean, he did his thing, but that was it pretty much for him. They had that, like I said, at the beginning of the game, Chet, I was like, look at Chet. He's going to put up 30 today. I'm thinking he was going to do some work, but after that, he just got silent as a church mouse. It was crazy. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I say,
the Pacers made those adjustments. That was what was very impressive to me too, because here's the thing, right? We're talking about players a lot. Let's give credit to the coaching staff of the Pacers too, because the in-game adjustments that they had in Game 3 were very, very impressive. They switched a couple things on defense. They even went in the zone a couple of times that I wasn't used to seeing from them either, because they knew that it was an off-shooting night for certain players. So it was kind of interesting to watch the tactics being worked during Game 3, but the Pacers coaching staff, I thought, outcoached OKC, and that was surprising to me.
Absolutely. I mean, at this juncture in time right here, we got to kind of, like you said, you got to give it to the guy. I mean, this isn't his first time out coaching some people. I think they just had a much harder road than you look at a team like, I mean, Pacers, don't get me wrong. I just can't take anything from OKC. No. I can't take anything from the Pacers. It's just it's a tough fought game, but right now the Pacers are coming out looking like the team that's possibly going to be the NBA champions. Let's go to this part right here.
Yeah.
Who do you have taking next game?
You know, it's funny because you said something earlier that resonates for both teams, I feel like, at this point, right? Because this season, both teams coming off of losses have been pretty well. They're very, very well played teams, right? Whenever they come off a lot. I mean, think about OKC after they got embarrassed in Game 1 with that comeback.
Even
Game 2, they came back and killed them. Right.
Even looking in Denver when they played Denver, I think they were down. Or was they down? They were down maybe 2-0 or something like that over there. And they came back and they did what they had to do to make the proper adjustments. But
when their backs are against the wall, I feel like you see a different OKC team. You see them play with a different energy level. Like there's no tomorrow type of mentality. I feel like if we see that no tomorrow like mentality come from OKC, they can still win this series, right? And it's not out of reach. It's only 2-1. Now, if you lose 3-1. If you're down 3-1, it's pretty much a wrap.
It's done.
Right? Let's be honest. You can't play mistake basketball anymore. You have to play to perfection from that point on.
In the Pacers' home. It's not like you're winning the game at home. You got to go take one there. It's a lot easier to take game 1 than game 2. That's
exactly.
how I feel.
And they had it, man. They were in such a good position going into the fourth quarter. And then they just fell apart. The bench was non-existent. From OKC in game 3.
They didn't play anybody. They only played 2. They played 7 players total. I think they played 7 players total. 7 players, man. I believe. Man. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I think they played exactly
7 players with valuable minutes.
Okay, I mean, come on. If you don't stretch out, I mean, you got to give a guy like Isaiah Joe some kind of. You got to give him some leeway. You got to give him a little operating time.
Wiggins.
Somebody has to come in there and step it up because it's just not happening. But you know what? The Pacers are making a fan out of me. So who do you got going into this next game?
Man, you know, that's such a tough question, man. You know why? Because every single time you ask this, I go against the Pacers. Okay, every single time. And I don't know why I haven't learned my lesson yet. I really don't. But I still haven't learned it, okay? And I'm telling you why. OKC's coming off a loss. They're going into a must-win game. Do or die situation. You're going to see the best come out of that team in game 4. I don't know if they're going to win the series, but game 4 is going to OKC at the Pacers. Then they go back home. I'm telling you, game 4 is a do or die game. OKC wins.
I'm going to give you my take. I'm taking the Pacers, and I'm taking the Pacers in 6.
You've learned your lesson.
Pacers in 6. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like this. You know what, man? Hey, I think they're going to take the next game. I think they're going to take the next game, and they're going to end up taking the series. I think OKC comes back and takes the one at home. You know what I mean? And then they close it out on them. I think
if they shoot over 50%, we've talked about this all playoff long. Anybody can go back to any of our videos and watch. Every single time they shoot over 50%, 50% or over, they win. They win every single time.
I think if Obi Toppin comes out and plays ball like that, McConnell doesn't even have to even do everything he did. Comes out, plays with
that was just a plus.
Good. Yeah,
that was just
they got
plus.
Other guys. Mathurin, you got to put some points on the board. I'm sorry, you got to do it again. You got to at least put 16 up there. Something. You got to show me. You got to get in the teens to help out with your team again. Because you got to look at it. you got to look at guys like Turner didn't do anything. So he kind of he can pick it up for next game. You know what I mean? Haliburton and Siakam could put up a few more points here or there. You know what I mean? Haliburton.
That's what makes me the most nervous about the Pacers going into Game 4. Is it took really 2 or 3 players off the bench. We don't have to count McConnell, but if we count the other 2 coming off the bench and really providing those fantastic minutes, they only won by 9 over OKC. OKC was in great position to win this game. Without a legacy game from Mathurin, I don't know if they win Game 3.
I look at it like this. Mathurin, I think he's their sixth man. He's a scorer. This isn't.
I agree.
I think people have not really looked at him. The reason I know about him because I may have looked at him a few times on some bets I had. I'm like, okay, this guy he scores points. He scores. He's a regular scorer. I see him doing this consistently. You know what I mean? He's not anything. He's their third best scorer in my opinion. He's a better scorer than I know that Miles Turner is a much more consistent scorer, but you're starting. You're supposed to. You know what I mean? This guy's coming off the bench, 6 man. He's giving you good minutes, and he's scoring. That's what he's coming out there for. I don't see him doing anything else, but I see him scoring the basketball.
Oh, I 100% agree. He is the third best scorer on their team. He was the leading scorer on the team coming off the bench and had only 22 minutes. That's super powerful.
Efficiency.
Super powerful.
Efficiency at its finest right there. So that's who I got going to the next game. That's who I got for the series. I mean, what do you got for this series? I'm thinking. I heard you say OKC. I'm gonna let you go ahead and think about that one. Are you thinking OKC still? I think
you know what, man. I'm still gonna pick OKC because I think they're gonna win Game 4. I think they're still gonna win this series. I really think they could. I still see it going 7. To be honest with you at this point, because both of these teams are so good coming off of losses. It's almost scary watching how they're playing. To be honest,
boys, they're in Indiana. They're going to go crazy. They understand.
That's another thing I'm looking at. Game 1, it's the first finals game you're having in Indiana in how long? You know, you got all that energy. Game 3, and like I said, you had to have legacy games.
You cannot take away the fact that they did the same thing, and OKC had the same Game 1. They took Game 1 from the OKC in OKC under the same exact conditions. This was the first time. I won't say ever, but it's been a while. Since 2012, at least. That has been that. I mean, that was the first time I believe that was ever happened there in 2000 with Durant and those guys, of course. Right. But you can't take that away from them. They took a game from you at home. Then they lost the second game. I'm okay, fine. Then the first game home, they guess, you know what? You're not. Oh, this is our house right here, and we're gonna show you because we caught you. We hawked you down first, walked you down, got it even, and then we just showed you out muscled you for the rest of the game.
Oh, they made them submit.
Period.
In Game 3, to me, that's what it looked like. They were just gone. You could just see it on their face. OKC. It was just they were drained completely. And I think it goes to Obi Toppin, man. I think that physicality really changed that whole demeanor of the game.
Unless the refs start blowing the whistle like crazy, because they weren't doing it this game. There wasn't a lot of.
They let them play.
Let them play. And if the refs react the same way, because I think it's going to be really difficult for them to come in there and act any different kind of way. You're in Indiana. It ain't like you just on the road somewhere. It ain't like you in OKC. You know what I mean? You might get away with it for one game OKC, but not here. Not when all this is going on around here. And so I don't know, man. That's my personal opinion. But we got anything else you want to add to it?
No, you know what? If Alex Caruso plays to his level and Hartenstein gets his minutes and they make the adjustments that we've been talking about, I think OKC can take it. If not, if they keep playing the way they're playing, if they keep these lineups the same, if they don't get these substitutes the minutes that they're needing in key positions, if they don't get physical, I feel like I'm naming a whole bunch of stuff here. But I feel like if they don't do all of this, the Pacers are really going to take this in 5, which is crazy to me.
I'm calling the Pacers in 5. Pacers in 6. Sorry about that. Pacers in 6. I do believe that OKC will pick up one more game. I don't think it's going to be the next game. I think they're going to lose this game. You know what I mean?
Win at home.
And they're going to win the next game at home. That's what I believe. And then you're going to have to go back to Indiana, and they're going to close it out on you. That's how I see it playing out. But hey, we'll get back to you guys. We'll definitely be here for Game 4. We'll see you guys later. This is Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley. This is my guy, the guru, Louisiana T. Peace.